Yo, 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 this is Dorky Diggity Dave, and today we're talking about Disney Pixar's brand new film, Cars 3. Let's check it out. Welcome back, guys. We are talking about that brand new film from Disney Pixar, and that is Cars 3. So what we're wondering is if it is any good. Is it better than that awful sequel that they had? Or did they kind of come back and redeem themselves? Let's talk about it. Let's run right into it. Wait, drive right into it. Okay. The first thing you have to ask yourself is, do you even remember the second movie? It was largely forgettable for the most part, and it was only memorable to me because it was like one of the first times that Pixar tanked a movie, and I was just kind of like, no, the record is gone. But whatever. I love the first Cars. The second, not so great, but this one is kind of right after the first one, and then we'll put the second one on the end. It's kind of where I am holding this at. Now, there's lots of stuff to love about this film. First off, take your kids, because the screening was full of kids, and those kids were screaming and loving and clapping and cheering, and they loved pretty much every aspect of it. So there's a lot of fun stuff for your kids, and there's a lot of stuff for adults, teenagers, or pretty much anyone else. You know how Pixar does. They'll always hide something in there that everyone can understand, and it's always done tastefully. So you can always count on that good stuff from Pixar. Now, you have a pretty standard story for Pixar. It's well done, which is what is standard about it. You're gonna like the characters. The character development works fantastic. The way everyone kind of comes together, you've got the old and you have the new crew. There's always a way that they bring in new characters and somehow just make them feel as if they were always part of the universe. I mean, you really got to give it to Pixar when it comes to these kind of storytelling elements, because they really are kind of the best. If you were to come in here and think that the environments, the textures, the models, everything that's done in this film were not going to look maybe up to par, then you're crazy, because Pixar always really does well when it comes to their environments and the backgrounds and the places that they're driving, the places that they are. They make that part look so real, yet feel like a cartoon, but yet look so real. It looks so real, but it always looks so good. The story about having a champion and then start bringing in rookies that kind of challenge your status quo and how you deal with that is a very personal story on one hand, and on the other hand, it's a story that I think everyone can understand, whether you're on your way up or on your way down or whatever it is that you're doing. And so with that, let's move ourselves on to next section. So where in the good section, I'm talking about how this is pretty standard fare for Pixar, and that was a good thing, but now it is also not really necessarily a bad thing, but it kind of dragged a little bit in the middle. It felt like there was some filler stuff going on there, and where there should have been some more character development in terms of progression of the story, it was more of like montage type stuff that kind of bogged it down a bit. Didn't ruin it, just bogged it down just a little bit. Verdict time, guys. I am going with a 3.5 out of 5 with this one, because it is a great movie, but it's not as good as some of their other movies. It's better than that second one, but that's not saying much. And it kind of just lies right in there. Now, just to be clear, a 3.5 for me is really somewhere around the 70-ish percentile area, which is, I guess, what 3.5 out of 5 is. Yes. So, I did like it. I would recommend you take your kids to go see it. It is an awesome movie. It's not the greatest Pixar movie, and it's definitely not the worst. And so that's where I am at. Once again, this is Dorky Diggity Dave. You just watched a review for Cars 3 by Disney Pixar. Let me know what you thought about it. If you saw it, go ahead and sound off below down in the comment area. So if you liked the video, I hope that you did, go ahead and click subscribe, click like, leave a comment, share with your friends, share with your mama. All that stuff helped me out. And remember, stay dorky, and I'll catch y'all on the flip.